Go time. I'm Connor.
And I'm Ash.
Welcome to Untitled-2 podcast. This episode, I'm going to talk about Pokemon. Pocket Monsters. A popular Japanese game that you may have heard of.
As Americans say, Pokemon.
Pokemon.
Yeah, they always properly pronounce the E too much.
It's probably because it's got an accent on it and they're not used to it.
Pokemon.
Pokemon.
Okay, well this is obviously where you shine. I know nothing.
Yeah, I'm literally glowing in the dark.
I am the Jon Snow of the Pokemon world. Knower of nothing.
So Pokemon is not just a game series, but a anime, trading card game, just all-round IP that Nintendo brought around in the 90s.
I'm aware of that much. I was very much into Pokemon when I was a kid. I had a Pokemon tracksuit, which had Pikachu all up the side of the arm and the legs. And I had a Pokemon poster with all 151 Pokemon in it. I used to make my sister memorise them, and then I'd quiz her later on. I don't remember it. She tells me this story every time.
It's funny you say that, because we actually have a little game that we're going to play towards the end of the podcast.
We do.
Where I've put together a quiz where I've got 3 Pokemon names. 2 of them are real. 1 of them's fake. And you, who knows nothing of the North,
will fail miserably.
will have to try and guess those. We'll get more into that when we get around to it.
Yeah.
So, Pokemon was a very popular anime. I'm not sure what came first, if it was the game or the anime or
the whole chicken and the egg.
I feel like they just brought it out all at the same time. Just this huge marketing campaign that was incredibly successful.
Can we just agree though that the egg came first?
Well, it must have, right?
Because the lizard laid the egg and a chicken popped out.
Yeah, exactly. Well, the feathery lizard.
The feathery lizard. So the egg definitely came first.
Well, yeah. Well, that's my opinion on the matter.
If you want to get really technical, then I suppose the fish came first. not even that. Like the single cell organism that literally just expelled. I forgot what they're called. They like clump together under the ocean and they suck in whatever it was, sunlight, and they'd just give off oxygen. Those, and then the trilobites, and then some guy was like, I can put a trilobite in a little ball and make them drool.
Yeah. There is actually a trilobite Pokemon.
No fucking way.
Of course there is.
Is that a fake one? Is Wood playing the game now?
No, there is.
There's a trilobite Pokemon.
Yeah, there's a couple actually. Amaranth. I don't know if that's it. Maybe Amaranth. Something like that. I think Kabuto is technically a...
I prefer its counterpart, Kabuti. Swiggity swooty, I'm coming for that Kabuti.
I would have thought you'd know that one from your little memory game when you were a kid.
I remember Pikachu. Squirtle.
Yeah.
Bulbasaur.
Yep. What's the other one?
What's the other one?
The fire one.
Charizard.
No. Smaller than that.
Mini Charizard.
Yes, exactly.
There's a smaller one than that? In Charizard one of the stars?
Yeah, it's the final form, the big dragon thing.
Oh, Charmander.
Yeah, boy.
Yeah, boy.
Yeah, boy. So, the first Pokemon games were Blue, Red and Yellow. Yellow came a bit later. They sort of had this trend going, which I think they've kind of dropped now, but where they'd bring out a third one, which
Blue,
was...
Red and Yellow, did they release 3?
They released Blue and Red.
Yeah.
Yellow came out later,
okay,
which was sort of an amalgamation of like the best bits from both, with the added bonus that if you have a Pikachu in your team, it follows you around like in the anime.
Like a Game of the Year edition.
Yeah, so they had a trend of doing that. Blue and Red had Yellow, Gold and Silver had Crystal, Ruby and Sapphire had Emerald. Then they did Fire Red and Leaf Green, which didn't have, I don't know, Electric Yellow or something, which would be Electric Blue.
Yeah.
Diamond and Pearl had Platinum. Then they did Heart Gold and Soul Silver, which were Gold and Silver again. They didn't have a Crystal. And then they just dropped it. It was Black and White and then Black and White 2, X and Y, and people thought they'd do a Z but they didn't. Omega Ruby and Alpha Sapphire, which was Ruby and Sapphire, they thought they'd do an Emerald, but they didn't. Sun and Moon, people thought they'd do a Star and bring that out on Switch, and I was so hoping it was that, but no. And now they're doing Ultra Sun and Ultra Moon soon.
After X and Y, did they do like a Pokemon 3D? Because that could have been X, Y, and Z.
I think that was one of the. I think it was the first one where the Pokemon were actually 3D. So.
Did it come out?
Oh my
X and
god!
Y?
Maybe that's why it's X and Y.
X, Y, and then Z makes the 3 axes for 3D.
Man, they did. It's called X and Y. Well, it's not why it's called it, but the legendary Pokemon in X is called Xerneas, which is an X. And the legendary in Y is Eviltal, which is a Y. Oh, sorry, just ate pasta and that disagreed with me. And then there was a third one called Zygarde, which was the Z Pokemon. And people thought they'd do a Pokemon Z, but they didn't. I don't think they did an X and Y too. If they did, then I completely missed it, and that's.
Is X and Y the latest one?
No, Sun and Moon.
Sun and Moon, right?
Yeah. So, going back to blue, red, and yellow, in Japan, blue was green, and I don't know why.
Yeah, I don't know.
Apparently, there was a lot of massive differences between red, blue, and green and Japanese red, but I don't know that much about that. I think around that time I was actually into Pokemon. Like, I started watching the anime with my sister, and we collected a few Pokemon cards, and I've still got a big collection. Keep debating whether to go to cash converters and see how much I can get for them. But
Ooh, won't do that.
why?
Wait another like 20 years, man.
Well, I don't have any of the original deck, which are the ones that actually are worth money. So,
Right.
if I did, I'd be sitting on a gold mine, and I'd have already sold it. But the first game that I got was Pokemon Crystal, which was, well, no, actually, the first game I got was the first game I ever got, and the only game I owned for years and years, which was Pokemon Stadium, and I played it like every day religiously. It was crazy. But yeah, I got a Game Boy Color for Christmas once, and I got Pokemon Crystal with it. But I must have been the most idiot. I must have been a stupid fucking kid, because my dad took me and my sister to Curry's, a PC World, at the same time, and asked us both what we wanted. Do we want a Game Boy Advance or a Game Boy Color? My sister, being older and wiser, said she wanted a Game Boy Advance, and I was like, Game Boy Color looks cooler. I'll have one of those. And quickly realised I couldn't play any of my sister's Game Boy Advance games.
Right.
But I got Crystal with it, and I played that religiously like crazy.
Speaking of crystals, right, I used to collect the Pokemon cards as well. Probably not as much as you, but in my I had about maybe 100 in a little tin, and there was quite a few shinies in there, mate.
I've got loads of them.
Really, really like shinies.
Really, really shiny.
Really, really shinies. And then one day, my father decided he had enough of my room being messy, and he tidied it. And it didn't register at first, but like a few years later, I was like, "Where's my Pokemon cards?" I didn't realize until that point that they went missing exactly the same time my dad tidied my room. I think he either gave them away or he threw them away.
Oh man!
But there were loads of shinies there. I had ridiculous look. Like I'd say 1 out of every 5 packs I got a shiny.
I think it's guaranteed in a pack now. If you get a booster pack, you get a shiny and something called a reverse, and I don't even know what that means.
How much is it for
really
a shiny Pikachu? So I bet I had a few of those, man.
It depends what deck it's from. Like if it's an original deck, shiny Pikachu. The one that's worth the most money is a shiny Charizard from the original deck, because it was rare then.
What was the original? How do you know it's the original deck or not?
There's certain telltale signs, but I think there's like a little icon on it.
Right. So it was a long time ago, very early.
I think people just know just from looking at the art that it's original deck.
Right.
Yeah, something similar to that happened to me when I was a kid. When I was super young, I was really into Thomas the Tank Engine. My dad used to buy me these die-cast metal Thomas the Tank Engine models, and I had a huge box, like this big. Sorry, podcast listeners, but it was huge, and it was just full of them, and it was too heavy to lift up because they were all metal.
How big was it again? Do your hands
like this big?
Can you put them closer to my crotch? I think it's about like maybe 15 inches. That's about 15 inches. Let me just double check. Nah, that's about You're about 15 inches.
Yeah. So there was a lot of them. They were metal. This is the takeaway point from this. They don't do metal ones anymore. They're plastic.
Standard.
And they're not really collector items. But my mum just gave them away to the kid across the street. And I found out recently, because they don't do metal ones anymore, that was an absolute gold mine. Like a crazy high amount of money. So disappointed.
Do you realise that if we ever have children, because we went through this trauma and because we like collecting
we'll never
things
throw
anyway,
anything away.
Are you not going to throw that dirty nappy away? No, it's a gold mine.
They don't sell this model of nappy anymore. Or diaper if you're American.
Listed as slightly used. Like new.
Spare parts.
Not in original packaging. Just like wear and tear.
Oh man, cosmetic damage. Forgot where I was going. Anyway, yeah, my first Pokemon game, main series game, was Crystal, and I adored it. I eventually got.
Do you have a measurement for your hands with how much you adored it?
About this much?
About like 17, 18 inches.
Yeah. Okay. The next one to come out was Ruby and Sapphire, and I got Ruby. Ruby. Ah.
Oh, I'm gonna do it, mate.
That is probably my favourite one. They recently remade them, and I got Alpha Sapphire just because I had Ruby when I was a kid, and I loved that. I'm gonna keep saying that. I think
You loved it.
Yeah. I eventually got Pokemon Yellow. I traded a shitty Tomb Raider Game Boy Color game for it with this Christian kid that lived at the end of my street. Who was called Chris.
Yeah.
Real imaginative that. And then one of my childhood friends stole it, and I told his mum, and she was like, "No, I remember buying that." And I'm like, "Bitch." Eventually got Emerald as well. We had a copy of Fire Red, which my stepdad found on a bus because he used to drive buses.
This woman's name, by the way?
Paula.
Shame on you, Paula. Give it back.
That kid was such a little brat. He'd come to my house, trash my bedroom, and then my mum would come in and go, "Are you going to tidy this up?" And I'm like, is he going to help? He's just fucked my room up. Is he going to help me? And then his mum would be like, "Leave him alone, you little bully." So she was a bitch. And he stole so much stuff from it. It was ridiculous. He was like this little fucking 6-year-old kleptomaniac.
I just looked her in the eyes and I'm like, "Look, this is why your husband sleeps around you, fucking dickhead. Give me my game back."
Yeah, Fire Red. Stepdad got it off a bus because he used to drive buses.
Alright, are you supposed to hand those in?
We got so much free shit off the bus, mate.
It comes home, we're like, "Yo, there's this collector's diaper item here."
My sister got a 3DS off of a bus.
No way?
Yeah. He owned a pub at one point as well, and people left shit in there, and we got loads of free stuff from that.
Ever got on off a bus is fucking cramping my legs and dirty fucking pants because those seats are disgusting.
Yeah.
Also the odd whiff of weed.
I got on a bus the other day and I sat next to this old man. I sat on his coat by accident and he was like yanking it out from under me, and I'm like, "Alright, I'll move." Sorry. And he was like, No, it's okay. And it really smelled really strongly of digestive biscuits. And then on the seat, on the back of the seat in front of him, there was just loads of like mushy digestive, like pre-chewed digestive biscuit. Like he was eating biscuits and sneezed or something.
Did you like lean into him and then look around and be like, "Listen, mate, I know you've got biscuits. If you give me a few now, I won't scream at the top of my lungs."
As soon as a seat freed up somewhere else, I'd like leapt away from him. That was just vile. Yeah, after Fire Red and Leaf Green, they did Diamond, Pearl, and Platinum. I think we had Diamond, and my sister had Pearl, and then eventually I got Platinum.
I need Platinum.
Why?
I collect them.
What?
I collect Platinum trophies. I need Platinum.
Okay,
Some friend. It's only my biggest hobby.
I'm sorry. That one was alright. There was some cool Pokemon that came from that.
Just alright. Did you not love this one?
No, I didn't love that one. I haven't played it in a long time. I tried playing it on an emulator on my phone a while ago, but I just couldn't resist like putting cheats on it.
Don't let Nintendo know that you emulated shit.
It's an old one. I owned a copy, so
Yeah, they don't like you emulating shit though, do they? Or they didn't.
Sure. Well, they didn't. Yeah. The next one was Heart Gold, and Soul Silver. That was probably the last one that I really, really got into. I played that for like 2 years straight, and I'm like 6 Pokemon away from all of them on that one. I've still got the cartridge, but like one of them's Mew. I think we talked about this on a podcast already, but like the only way to get it is to go to an event or some shit.
Yeah.
I really don't like that they do that. I wish they'd stop doing it.
Yeah.
Like they introduced this thing, it actually in Diamond and Pearl, called the GTS, Global Trading System, where you didn't have to have a friend come over and plug cables in to trade with them. You could go online and trade with people online. But like, say you wanted a fucking Meowth, like just level 5, don't matter, just want a Meowth, help with my Pokedex or whatever. Somebody, like you go on there, you search Meowth and be like, okay, what do people want for Meowth? And there'll be a guy that's got a level 5 Meowth and he's like, oh, I want a level 100 Mew. And it's like, the fuck?
That is not equal.
Why? Also, by asking for a level 100 Mew, you're limiting your chances of getting a Mew, because you could ask for a level 1 Mew. Well, I don't know what, maybe it's level 100 when you get it from an event, I don't know. But yeah, even if it wasn't Mew, anything that they wanted had to be level 100. But that's so much effort just to get one Pokemon at level 100.
Who's going to be like, yo, I want to trade this super rare Pokemon for something that's very common and
I know, exactly.
And level 5.
What are they hoping for? Yeah, then they did...
Maybe the kids.
Well, yeah.
Could be that. Kids
Probably.
are stupid.
Yeah. Then they did Black and White, which were really cool.
I just realised I said kids are stupid, so if there's any kids listening to this now...
You shouldn't be listening, we swear. There's lots of swears.
And you're also stupid.
Yeah. So yeah, Black and White was cool. It had a really, like, new story to it. Like, there was a lot more going on. It was like an anime. There was this castle that rose out of the ground, and there was a prince that was travelling the world, and... then they did Black 2 and White 2. I've got them, but I think I just finished it once, and it hasn't really left an impression on me. I have no idea what happened in it.
Right. Probably some battling with some pocket monsters?
Yeah, pretty much. And then I did X and Y, which was the first one with 3D. And this one was set in France. Well, a version of France. A Japanese
Why?
France. I don't know.
Any Somalia. That's better.
Well, I was
Syria.
I know what you're doing.
Uganda.
My French girlfriend's going to listen to this, and you're bullying her.
Something tells me she won't put up much of a fight.
She might just surrender. What was I going to say? Yeah, I saw an interview once where the director of the game said that the theme of those games was beauty, and they thought France was like the epitome of beauty, but obviously he's never been to Paris, so...
Yeah.
Yeah.
Less said about that place, the better.
Yeah, definitely.
I'm pretty sure your girlfriend will agree on that one.
Yeah, definitely. I said definitely too much. Is this going to become a meme?
It's definitely going to become a meme.
Like, I noticed it when I was listening back to, like, episode 2. And, like, ever since then, every time I said definitely, I'm like, fuck. I don't even say it properly as well. I've got the Yorkshire way of going, definitely.
Good job. You say that's fascinating.
Can I just point out what you're doing? Because I feel like some people won't know.
No.
Okay.
If you want to point out, go for it.
No, it's fine.
It's
a reference. It's a reference to something. If you know what it is, you know what it is.
It's a shared project.
Yeah, X and Y, I feel like was when they started to cater to, like they started to realise that most of their audience aren't all kids anymore.
Yeah.
And they started to cater to that. I think I read somewhere that the main character isn't 11 years old and just setting off on her adventure. She's like mid-teen.
Right.
I think
it makes the Rule 34 porn a bit bearable.
Yeah. Although I heard the age of consent in Japan is 13, so...
I don't know how true that is, though.
Yeah, I feel like there's people playing on stereotypes about Japan.
If it is true, then it explains a lot.
Yeah. After that one, Omega Ruby and Alpha Sapphire, which I absolutely... Oh, shit, I'm going to say again.
That's fascinating. I thought it was fascinating.
No, I was going to say I absolutely love, but...
Oh, j'adore.
Well, Ruby and Sapphire were my favourite ones, so obviously Omega Ruby and Alpha Sapphire would be my favourite. They improved a lot of things about it. There was a controversy about this one, do you remember? Because there was an IGN review that said there was too much water.
Yeah.
But it was exactly the same amount of water that was in the original Ruby and Sapphire, which they gave a much higher rating.
Yeah, I remember that.
That was
like they gave it like a 9 out of 10, and then this one they're all like, too much water.
Yeah.
Be a different reviewer, I should imagine, though.
Well, yeah, definitely.
Still.
Fuck's sake. After that was Sun and Moon, which they completely changed the game on that one.
Was it not day and night? The game changed. The gameplay was not day and night. You know, I'm trying to make a joke.
Yeah, I get the joke. It's okay.
I apologise. I'll do better.
So the formula in Pokemon games is you start off...
You collect Pokemon, you throw balls at people and they fight.
Yeah, that's it. Okay, that's it for Untitled-2 podcast today. Thank you for listening. You little bitch.
Stop with the fake outs, man. Everyone does fake outs these days.
I know, it's such a meme. Yeah, the formula is you catch Pokemon, you train them, you fight a gym leader, you get a badge, you fight 7 more gym leaders, get 7 more badges, then you fight the Elite Four. And then you win.
Is there a Pokemon game where you catch Pokemon and then breed them? That'd be cool.
No, but in the anime there are Pokemon breeders. You can breed them, actually.
Or is there a game entirely around breeding and like just trying to make?
I feel it's probably a spin-off about it.
Because I'd play that game.
This is a shambles. So yeah, while you're going along doing the Pokemon challenge to do all the gym battles, and then fight the Elite Four, there's a storyline that runs in the background, usually based around the legendary Pokemon. Often there'll be like a smaller legendary like Mewtwo and Mew, or Palkia, Dialga, and Giratina, and then there's these little Mews, which are Azelf, and 2 others.
Oh, informative.
One of them begins with M and it's pink. Whatever.
Mink.
I didn't say it rhymes with pink.
Well, I can't think of anything.
So, for example, actually, I think in the first one, the whole story was just about the gym battles,
being the very best.
Yeah,
like no one ever was.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, so the legendaries didn't really come into it as much. You could just find them, and that was a cool thing when you stumbled across a legendary.
Can I also point out that it wasn't until like a few days ago that you realised Ash...
Why Ash is called Ash Ketchum, yes.
Yes.
Yeah. I messaged you. I just come away from a magnificent shit, and I was like, oh my god, I just realised why Ash Ketchum is called Ash Ketchum.
He's got to catch 'em all.
Because he's got to catch 'em all.
I think it was like a spoof on ketchup.
I did.
No way, you fucking don't lie.
Well, there was an episode that I saw when I was a kid with a Scyther and Electabuzz in it, and the colour red made them angry, and they put ketchup on their eyes, and they were just super angry, and they trashed an entire village.
I'd get fucking angry if you put ketchup on your eyes.
But yeah, so the legendaries didn't really come into the story as much in Blue and Red. I don't think there was much of a story other than Gary being a prick.
That's such a fake name.
Gary.
I've got a friend. What's his name? Gary. Dave as well. Dave's such a fake name.
You could name them. He's only called Gary in the anime. Yeah. So most people call him a prick.
I remember the whole meme about Pokemon where he's all like, "Are you a girl or a boy?" Oh, and what's my nephew called?
Yeah.
Like, he's your fucking
grandson,
nephew?
I think.
Is he grandson, nephew? I don't give a shit. So, don't Pokemon at me.
Gold and Silver had more of a story going on in the background. There was this whole thing with, well, I had Crystal, so the legendary dog Pokemon were a bit more prominent in that one. And there was one called Suicune, which was like the master of the ocean. It could run on water and stuff. So the whole story
like
actually
Jesus.
Changed quite a bit. Yeah, like Jesus. Exactly like Jesus. It looks a bit like Jesus, actually, if you just Google Suicune.
Wasn't there a priest of a church was saying how Pokemon was like the portal to the underworld and how it's
all satanic creatures.
Yeah, and Satan's trying to kidnap your children.
Yeah.
Starting to see it now. Even making a mockery of Jesus Christ.
It doesn't really look like Jesus, I'm joking. So yeah, I think Golden Silver is where the legendary Pokemon started to take more of a...
My mind there just went in a completely unexpected way. I was expecting old mine prospectors with a sieve, and one's got like one made entirely out of gold, and some guys are like, "What's that?" Golden sifter.
Yeah, and that sort of carried on as a theme then, where the legendary Pokemon sort of guided the story, and in the meantime, you've got this incentive of getting gym badges and getting to the Elite Four. Until Sun and Moon came out, you live on like a tiki island, and the I just realised why are you smiling at me?
Oh, I do it.
Okay. Ricky Tiki Taffy, bitch! Yeah, you're on like a tiki island. God, that's in my head now.
Can you say tiki?
Tiki.
Ricky Tiki Tiki Taka.
You've got island challenges instead of gym battles. Some of them are quite like gym battles, but others are actual like puzzles, a bit like Zelda or whatever. I don't know. They just changed the whole formula so much and pulled you completely out of this repetitive formula, which they did for. Hold a second while I count.
Hold me.
What? Yeah, hold me while I count. Absolute shambles.
You
1, 2,
I'm surprisingly
3,
holding it together.
4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 series of games. So that's like 30 games.
Wow.
Around 30 games. Where they had the same formula. And then with Sun and Moon, they just broke it up. And
how did anyone working around 30 games and not kill themselves from the repetition?
I don't think it was the exact same people every time.
Good
they always do this cool thing where they hide the development team in the game, and like you can find them, and then they'll usually say, "Oh, if you catch all the Pokemon, come talk to me, and I've got something for you." Never actually done it and seen what they do, but I suppose I could have Googled it at some point, but never did that either. But yeah, we said this in the Switch episode, but when I was playing Sun and Moon, it really felt like fans had made the game.
Yeah.
Like, suddenly the same old formula, the team with that formula stepped down, and they were like, okay, you've been playing the games for years, come and show us how it should be done. And they just completely changed everything. What they did as well is they tried to make the first generation Pokemon relevant again.
Yeah.
By, they have Alolan forms. So the islands that you're on are called Alola. The Alola region, which obviously is based on Hawaii.
The Areola region, go. Go for it.
So there are Alolan forms of original Pokemon. So like there's a Rattata, which is like a little purple rat.
Yeah.
I don't know if you remember that.
I do remember.
And there's a Alolan version which isn't purple, it's black, and it stands on its back legs and it's got a mustache. It's like the coolest thing. But Rattata's useless, so They've also changed up the types of them a bit. Like some of them got a different type. I can't think of an example right now, but one of the standout changes it's made is Raichu, which evolves from Pikachu. Its tail is a surfboard, and it surfs on electromagnetic waves, and it's like a surfer dude Pokemon.
Is it silver? Because I think I've seen something similar.
Maybe its shiny version is. I just want to show you.
I was making a joke about Silver Surfer.
Oh, sorry.
Not with it today, man. Shambles.
Oh, that's an example. So Vulpix,
Okay.
the little 6-tailed, 3-tailed wolf fox thing, was fire type, and they made an ice version of it.
Like Naruto.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, it's based on the same Japanese mythology, innit?
Yes.
So my absolute favourite Alolan version is the Alolan version of Exeggutor.
So wearing a suit.
No. So Exeggutor, the original one, is this like stumpy little palm tree that's got 6 faces.
Okay.
Like the coconuts are its heads, and they all go around it, around the palm tree. And then for the Alolan form,
I've seen images of it.
yeah, they made an actual palm tree version, which is like 90 foot tall, and it looks ridiculous. So I've got a picture here for you on my phone. So that's the original one, and that's the new one. It's brilliant.
That's ridiculous. It looks like it's saying "kill me."
It's awesome because when you actually find one in the game, there's actually a palm tree above you, and then it turns out it's not a palm tree and it attacks you, and it's that. Yeah, I really like that one. Sipping on some scissor.
Sipping on gin and juice.
Sipping on some scissor. What's that from? It's a song. Anyway.
Is it?
Yeah, I did a doodle at work of Fry from Futurama, and I was listening to dubstep or something, and there was a lyric that kept repeating, which was sipping on some scissor, so I wrote it down next to my doodle of Fry. Don't know why. So shall I Google it? Sipping on orphan tears.
What?
Don't know, it was suggested. Sipping on some scissor. I'd play it, but obviously I can't. It's by 3-6 Mafia, apparently. Where did I even hear this? Maybe it was on the radio. Whatever. It's apparently called Sipping on Some Syrup.
I'd love to sip on some sweet Pokemon facts.
Yeah, okay. What Pokemon facts?
I don't know, you were giving me the whole life story of how you became infatuated.
Yeah.
How many games there are.
Well,
big talking fucking palm trees.
It doesn't talk.
I thought they all talk.
Oh, in the anime, there's an episode about Exeggutor. Not Alolan Exeggutor, it's from the original series.
Okay.
And there's a Jewish magician in it. And he uses Exeggutor to control people's minds. And he's like, "No, I'll never be a magician." And I absolutely loved that. Fuck's sake, said it again.
Just calm down.
I've got my own catchphrases already. It's only episode 5.
I think it's fascinating.
So, when I was a kid, obviously I was madly in love with Pokemon. And Pokemon is actually how I started drawing. I got into illustrating just by drawing Pokemon all the time. If I could find any scrap of paper that was anywhere near a 5-mile radius of me from when I was a kid, it would probably have a Pokemon drawn on it. I had notebooks upon notebooks that were just filled with drawings of Pokemon. Every weekend, if my dad had to work on a Saturday, which for a long stretch of time was every Saturday, because me and my sister went to visit my dad on a weekend, he would take us to work with him, and we wouldn't have anything to do while we were there except draw. So me and my sister would take these Pokemon annuals that we had, because my dad used to buy us a Pokemon annual every Christmas, and we'd go through that, and there was one we had that was just a Pokedex of the first 3 generations, and I'd just sit and draw them and nothing else. And a whole stack of printer paper that just had drawings of Pokemon on it in all different styles. Or I'd try and make my own shiny versions with different colours and stuff.
Wow.
So that's how I got into illustrating, and just got better at drawing. If I never got into Pokemon, I don't think I'd be able to draw as well as I can today.
I think I got into drawing
anyway
because I was drawing Stickman battles.
Oh, I love to draw in Stickman battles.
And then I was like, this is boring. I want to draw something with a bit of girth to it. So I started drawing penises.
No way.
No, I didn't.
I could say, like the guy from, is it Superbad?
Superbad. Yeah. I was drawing Stickman battles, and then eventually my Stickman battles got more complicated, like more detail and stuff. And then eventually my Stickmen stopped being Stickmen. And then they obviously stopped being so many of them. It was just like one or two guys fighting.
I remember once when I was in primary school, I got 3 A3 sheets of paper. I don't know how big that is for Americans. I know you don't use that measurement, but I taped all 3 of them together, and just drew this huge Stickman battle. It was like a whole cityscape, from like a 45-degree angle, so you could see a rooftop and then a rooftop behind that and then a rooftop behind that.
Yeah.
It just went all across this huge sheet of paper with just like stickmen fighting each other with lightsabers and snipers and pistols and swords, and there was like dragons and shit. And I got like, I don't know, 2/3 of the way through, and then by the time I got to that point, I had the entire class just helping, like drawing stickmen fighting each other. And the teacher gave up trying to teach us and like came and joined in and like directed some battles on it and stuff.
Warms the heart, that, doesn't it, when everyone puts down what they're doing and helps the autistic kid.
I prematurely agreed with you there.
I know, it was beautiful. So, Pokemon. I don't understand it. Like, why do adults, why are they still into it? It's just...
I think it was such a huge IP with so much going on and so much to enjoy about it that it just became such a big part of so many people's childhood that when a new one comes out, whenever a new one comes out, I'm sort of reluctant. I'm like, no, I'm over it. I won't do it. I won't get it. And then I end up getting it anyway, just out of curiosity, and I always enjoy it.
Yeah. It's probably one of those things. If I didn't buy into the hype, well, I did buy into the hype, but if I didn't stay with it, I probably won't understand it now.
Yeah.
I've tried to play it a few years ago. You tried making me play it.
Yeah.
I think I played like 20 minutes of it. I was like, no, thank you.
Well, I like in video games when you can collect things, and then those things all have their own individual levels, like a weapon in Destiny or whatever. Although they completely ruined that system by the end. But so Pokemon was like the perfect game for that, because you can collect all these Pokemon and then level them up, teach them new attacks, and they evolve into bigger Pokemon. And it's like you set yourself goals. You're like, okay, I want to get all my Pokemon to level 60 or whatever, and you swap out your team. And I don't know, I just like that. There's a satisfaction that comes with like completing your own little mini milestones and stuff, or working towards a goal that you've set yourself. And I just like collecting things. I went through a really long phase where I'd get one other thing and I'd be like, okay, I want everything. So like I'd get Avengers Lego set or something. I'd be like, I need all the Avengers Lego sets. Or I remember...
Did that actually happen?
No. No. It actually wasn't an Avengers Lego set. It was a Deadpool and Wolverine Lego set. And I was like, okay, I want all of them. And then I looked at the price of Lego nowadays and I was like, never mind. But when I was a kid, like, I'd get a Bionicle and I'd be like, this is sick. I want all the Bionicle.
Yeah, I like Bionicle as well.
Obviously, Pokemon cards. Wanted to collect all those.
Yeah.
I got a deck of cards once that was really cool, bicycle cards, and I was like, okay, I want every deck of cards that Bicycle has ever made. I never get far with collections like that, especially not back then when I didn't have much money.
Was the whole collection just like 10?
Bicycle have done loads of cards, decks of cards.
Okay.
They actually publish for people now, like, because when me and Candice made a deck of cards in uni,
I was trying to make a joke about how like there's only 10 bicycles. Like there's the old big one with the wheel, and then there's
right, okay.
You know, I was just... Sorry. It was a bit too subtle, that joke. A bit vague.
Do you remember my Iron Man figure collection?
I remember you having figure collections, and every time I went to your house, I'd all make them have sex with each other and leave them in those positions and wait for you to find them.
Yeah. Well, I got one Iron Man figure for Christmas once.
I do remember it now, actually.
And like every month I'd be like, okay, I'll buy myself another Iron Man figure. And there was a, Iron Man 3 had, like, at the end of the film, they had loads of Iron Man suits. From Iron Man 3 and Iron Man 2, they made a series of figures. And I wanted all of them and all the different suits.
Can I just say, fuck you for making me remember Iron Man 3?
Yeah, okay. That's fair.
From this day forward, Iron Man 3 never existed, alright?
Okay. That's fine.
What's fine?
Nothing.
Exactly.
Yeah, so it quickly spread from just wanting those two series of Iron Man figures to any Iron Man figure. And then I grew up.
Did you ever try stuff them in balls and battle them?
No.
You should have, because then it would be related to this topic.
It is related. It's
about collection.
You asked me what appeals to me about Pokemon.
It's the collection, the shiny.
Yeah, being able to collect them all.
Oh, yeah, I can get that. I can understand that.
It's progression.
I think
progression in video games is a really strong thing to.
It's probably too late now for me to get into it.
Yeah,
all the generations.
No, I agree.
But
if they bring out a main series game on Switch, I'd say you should definitely get it.
Yeah, well, I will.
But I won't buy a DS just to play Pokemon.
Yeah, I used to bully you a lot about Pokemon.
Yeah, we touched on this in the Switch.
And
episode.
now I still do, but it's not like I'm bullying. It's just like a
it's
throwback.
A running joke. Yeah,
it's a running joke. So yeah, like these days, I'm just like I'm okay with it. Like it don't bother me. I don't hate it. I don't hate people who play it.
Yeah.
Because that was very irrational, hating people that play something.
Yeah. It used to be something that would rile you up, though.
Yeah. But yeah, I'm totally okay with it now, and I could probably obviously I can sit and talk to you about it like we are doing now.
I'm sure anybody listening to this podcast just let out a sigh of relief that Ash doesn't hate them if they play Pokemon. Yeah.
I don't love you though, so it's gonna be too relieved. Yeah, so I'm indifferent towards Pokemon.
Yeah.
Which is why this game that's coming up is going to be hilarious because I don't know anything. And I know a few of the first gen.
Yeah.
It's going to be funny.
Yep. I don't really follow the games anymore or the hype or anything. There was a time when I'd go on Cerebi, which is
that?
So it's Spanish for Celebi. No, it's Japanese for Celebi. But the website was originally Spanish, I think. Anyway, it's just basically a database. It's like Bulbapedia.
Yeah.
But I think Cerebi's better. They just keep on top of the news.
Just so you know what I was thinking about there, I was either going to make a joke about cerebral palsy or celibacy.
Not celery.
Nah. Too easy.
Low-hanging vegetable.
Low nutritional vegetable.
Yeah. So yeah, there was a time when I'd be on, whenever there was a Pokemon game coming up, I'd be on Cerebi like every week to see if there's any news or any of the new Pokemon have been revealed or anything. I haven't done that for a long time, which was quite magical when I got Sun and Moon because I didn't follow any of the hype and I didn't realize how much it had changed. And then I got like 2 hours into the game and I was like, holy shit, what the fuck happened to Pokemon? It was really cool. I need to play through it again because Sun and Moon 2 or Ultra Sun and Ultra Moon coming out. I don't know when. November, maybe not even then. I hope it's not November. That's too soon. Too many games have come out recently.
Yeah, I'm not looking forward to the next half a year or year at most because there's a lot of games that were teased at E3 that are coming out and
yeah.
I'm just going to look in the wallet one day and it's fucking moths are going to fly out.
Well, Pokken Tournament comes out at the end of this month. The new Metroid for 3DS comes out soon, I think. I think there's something that I wanted in November, but I can't remember what it is.
Is it Mario?
I think that's December.
Okay.
Something comes out in October as well. I don't know. I'm not keeping on top of it anymore. Like we said last episode, I don't really follow hype. Yeah, I like to be pleasantly surprised with a new game, but also if I don't follow the hype, how could I ever find out about new games? So it's kind of a win-lose. But yeah, I don't know. Pokemon is. I'd say I'm not as into it as I used to be. I don't really follow it as much as I used to. I watched one of the recent films.
They still do the films.
Yeah. Well, it's still huge. The anime is still huge in Japan, so.
Yeah, standard.
Yeah, I think they're on like 20 films now or something. It's crazy.
Jesus.
I've tried watching all the films because I'm like, okay, I can't get through the anime. That's ridiculous, so I'll just watch the films. And then I'll always get to like the fourth one and then not watch it. I don't think I've seen the fourth one yet.
Which is the one where Ash gets turned to stone?
That's the first one.
The first one?
Yeah.
I watched that one.
Brother, my brother.
Is there another one as well where there's like a Pokemon called like
Entei? Yeah, that's the third one.
I watched that one too.
Yeah. That one was really weird. Like, it was her dad had turned into a Pokemon or something. Like, that's not so weird now because they do shit like that in the games all the time.
It's kind of like how in what was it, that anime about the alchemy brothers?
Oh, Full Metal Alchemist.
Full Metal Alchemy, where the little girl gets turned into a dog.
I don't remember that.
No way. It's a meme.
Oh, yeah, dude. That was like a really weird...
It was really dark.
Yeah. Oh, God. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's kind of like that, I suppose. Just not as dark.
Well, if a fucking dad got turned into a Pokemon, that's dark.
Well, I think he died or something.
Did he just like, was he on his deathbed and it was like waved her over, pulled her in close and was like, "This ain't even my final form." And then he was like, "Bwah."
Just evolves into Entei. Yeah, but I've tried to watch the films a few times, and there was one I've seen with Latios and Latias in it. The airplane Pokemon.
Oh. I thought it was more like a waffle.
Why?
Lattice.
Oh.
You know the...
Yeah. I'd have immediately thought of crisps if you said that, but whatever. There's a Polish shop nearby that does really nice lattice crisps, and they're awesome. It's like cheese flavour, but it's super strong cheese.
Even if it's crisps or waffles, it's still the same joke, mate. They both have lattice shapes.
Yeah, okay. God. Didn't mean to upset your delicate sensibilities.
Fair enough. Carry on.
Yeah, but I watched one recently. It was the new animated style. Ash had teeth. He looks older, but
he had teeth.
He hasn't aged, apparently. Yeah.
Oh, he had that little tooth, didn't he? Was that the only... Didn't he have a tooth?
No, when he was angry, he'd like clench his teeth, and they did the anime thing where they put like a canine, like really prominent.
Yeah.
But yeah, the way that they made Ash look older for the latest series, the latest season, was to give him teeth, and it immediately made him look older. It was crazy.
Wow.
Yep.
Teeth. Can they just give him like chest hair or something? Just a big tuft sticks out of his shirt.
Well, they did a series for Sun and Moon, and they've just... I don't know what they've done.
And they just make him taller? Like, bulge out his proportions a bit?
I don't know. But I don't know what they've done with the latest series. I haven't bothered to watch it. I'm sure if I watched it, I'd understand. Or I'd be even more confused.
The whole Moe craze would have fucking influenced that, I actually imagine. It's influenced.
Also, you know what I'm talking about. He looks all like cutified and shit.
No, yeah, that's totally the whole Moe trend.
Right.
It's influenced a lot of animes. It has been slowly influencing them for like the last decade or two. Where it's like become so popular recently.
Yeah. But I watched one of the recent films. It was about a Pokemon called Hoopla. And it just went, Hoopla! All the time. And
Isn't there a company that's Dupla or something like that?
Dupla?
There's a
Is
company.
it Duplo, like big Lego bricks?
No, but that is the name of a musician.
Really?
I think it's either Duplo or like Diplo or something like that.
Right.
I think he collabed with Skrillex.
Okay.
Back when Skrillex was still...
Back when we cared about Skrillex.
I don't think I ever cared about Skrillex. I liked his bro step.
You introduced me to Skrillex.
Yeah. I didn't say, yo, I love this guy. It was like, yo, this music's pretty whack.
Yeah. Well, it was like a gateway for everyone into dubstep.
Yeah.
It was the step up from pop to dubstep for
I kind of like old school dubstep, like what's his name? I don't know. It's not. Is it Skepta? I'm not sure. It's like the really old, like throbbing bass lines. It wants super like glitchy and complex.
Yeah.
The old school dubstep.
So about this film that I've been trying to talk about for the past 10 minutes.
Okay.
Yeah, this Pokemon threw out rings, like sonic rings, and then they grew in size and turned into
Does it
portals.
make the same noise?
No, I don't think so. No. But yeah, they grew in size, turned into portals, and he brought all the legendary, well, not all of them, but most of the legendary Pokemon from all the other generations into one area, and they all started fucking each other up, and it was awesome. And I was like, wow, Pokemon. Like, not enough to get me to watch the anime again, but I thought that was really nice.
Wow.
Hour and a half.
Like that scene in The Cabin in the Woods.
Yeah, yeah.
Where the elevators open up and it's just fucking bedlam.
Yeah, exactly like that. But yeah, I thought it was cool. Yeah. I don't know. I forgot where I was going with that because it took me that long to get it out.
I apologise. I don't know. I mean, I can't remember what we were talking about. I think I said something about how it's too late for me to start. Or was that massively before?
I was saying that I've tried to watch all the films a few times and given up, and then I was saying which ones I have seen.
So you're just sticking purely to the games?
Yeah, I don't really care that much about the anime anymore. Me and Candice went through the first 2 seasons. It got to the Orange Islands bit, which didn't really feel canon at all. It's not in a game. There's a really good bootleg game in the Orange Islands. It's got a few glitches and it's all in Spanish, but it's a good game. Mm-hmm. It's called Pokemon Naranja, I think, which is Spanish, Mexican for orange.
Orange, yeah.
But yeah, that's me and Pokemon. It's had a big influence on me artistically. Well, not really an influence actually. Just it was inspirational at first, and it sort of opened up the world of art to
influenced you artistically and also autistically.
You're such a funny guy.
I am.
You are. So, shall we get on with this game that I had planned?
I am looking for. That's the only reason I came to this one. Was for the
got
game.
Notifications from YouTube. So, as I explained before, we've got 10 questions, which, well, not questions, but I'll give you 3 names, and you'll tell me which one is the fake name. Do that 10 times. I'm gonna say if you can get 5 points,
5,
you win.
What do I win?
I don't know.
Crisp high 5.
A crisp high 5, yes. 5 out of 10, you win. I know you're gonna struggle, so there's a bonus round. In the bonus round, there are 3 names again, but only one of them is real, and 2 of them are slight variations on those names that I've added. And you got to try and guess which one
is real.
Yeah.
Okay.
So, question 1.
This is an easy one. We're starting out easy.
Yes.
Okay.
Okay, so A, unknown.
Fake.
Oh, come on.
Unknown?
Yes.
That's the name?
Yes.
Or do you just not know?
No, I can't read it. I need my glasses. No, A, unknown.
Alright.
B, far-fetched.
Okay.
And C, mysterious.
Far-fetched?
That is totally real. It's
real?
A duck that carries a leak.
A leak?
Yes, it's
Why is it called far-fetched?
I don't. Because
it's the far-fetched idea that a duck can carry a leak.
Well, I think it's a joke in Japan because it's a complete meal.
Okay.
It's just a walking meal.
So which one was the fake one?
Mysterious.
Ah.
Unknown is real. It's without a K though. You know the NT8 one?
Yeah.
And there's all those Pokemon that are like an eyeball with it that are in the shape of a letter.
Yeah.
That's an unknown.
Oh.
Yeah. So 0 points.
Okay.
Question 2. Bellsprout, Weeping Bell, and Bellsap.
Weeping Bell's fake.
No.
Weeping Bell's real.
Yes.
What the
That's
fuck?
why I picked it, because I knew you'd think that was disgusting. It's you know, like bluebell plants.
Yeah.
They've got those like hanging hoods.
Yeah.
It's just a big one of those that's like drooling.
So Bellsap was the fake?
Yeah.
Shit.
Do you want half a point? Because you... Nah.
No, that's not fair.
Okay, question 3.
Okay.
Carvanha, Sharpedo, or Kanakuda?
What was the first one?
Carvanha. Carvanha.
Sharpedo. That's a shark torpedo, right?
Yes.
I
I should have told you that. Should have waited till after.
The first one.
Carvanha?
Yeah.
No.
Fuck off.
So, Carvanha is a piranha that evolves into Sharpedo.
Okay.
And Kanakuda I made up, which is Cannon Barracuda.
Okay.
So, still no points.
Okay. There's still plenty of time.
Yeah. Question 4.
Okay.
Honchkrow, Dankrow, or Murkrow?
Fuck off.
I feel like this one's obvious.
What was the first one?
Honchkrow.
And then there's Dankrow.
Yeah.
Is Dankrow the fake?
Yes. I don't know what haunch is. I don't know why it's called Honchkrow. It don't matter anyway.
Something called Conchcrow.
Question 5. Vanillux, Vanillish, or Vanillium?
Oh my god. What are these names? Vanillium, Vanillish, and
Vanillux.
Vanillux. Vanillish?
Nope.
Fuck off.
So, Vanillux is Vanilla Deluxe. It's an ice cream.
Okay.
Vanillish is Vanilla Delish. Also an ice cream. Vanillium is Vanilla Premium. And I made that up.
Okay.
Okay, question 6. Spunk, Spoink, or Stunky?
Spunk. Spoink. Or Stunky.
Yes.
Can I ask questions?
If you want. If it helps you, yeah. Because we were talking about you having lifelines, but that won't really work out. So if you want to ask me a question about any of the Pokemon, I'll answer.
Like, what does Spunky look like?
Spunky?
Yeah.
There's not one? Spunk, Spink, and Stunky.
Yeah, Spunky. What does it look like?
Spunky?
Yeah, I'm not going to say Spunk, alright? I want to say Spunky. It's less gross.
It's a fish.
It's a fish.
Yeah, it's a white fish.
What does Spank?
Spunk?
Spoink.
It's a pig with a spring for a tail.
And Stunky?
It's a skunk. Purple skunk.
That seems like it could be real. I was thinking at first, like, what the fuck could Stunky be? But now, Stunky.
Nope.
No, fuck off.
Come on. You think Spunk is a Pokemon name?
Go from the other ones, yes.
Okay. I wasn't sure if that one would be too obvious, but I'm glad it wasn't. So how many points do you have for one?
Probably.
Yeah, you got Dankrow, didn't you? Okay. Staraptor, Staraven, or Staravia?
Staravia.
No.
Fuck off, man. I don't like this game.
I do. This is hilarious. Should have just started with this.
Where's the Generation 1 Pokemons?
There is one coming up. So, question 8. Perugly, Purloin, or Perilous? Perilous. Sorry. No, I said Perilous. I don't know why.
The fact that you messed that one up. That tells me.
Try to play mind games. Maybe I did it on purpose.
I don't think you can think that far ahead.
You don't know?
The last one.
Yeah, it was Perilous. That was the
Fig.
one. Yeah.
2.
I searched synonyms of ugly because the first one was ugly.
Yeah.
And it said perilous, and I was like, "What?" So I was like, "Okay."
Your face is perilous, sir.
Question 9. Salazzle, Salata, or Salandit?
Salandit.
Mm-hmm.
What's the first one?
Salazzle.
I feel like that's ridiculous enough to be real. Second.
Yeah, Salata. Yeah. Question 10 is 4. Forgot to tell you about that. Igglybuff, Jigglypuff, Igglytuff, and Wigglytuff.
Which one? Are these the fake?
There's only one fake one.
It's obviously Jiggly. The one fake one.
Mm-hmm. There's one fake
Oh,
one.
right. What?
Would you like them again?
What? They can't be right. They've just taken like Jigglypuff and removed the fucking J. Or like fucking removed the J and added a different letter. Igglytuff. What the fuck? Give me him again. This is a hard one.
That's why it's question 10, bro. Igglybuff, Jigglypuff, Igglytuff, or Wigglytuff?
Igglybuff.
No.
Fuck's sake.
Igglybuff evolves into Jigglypuff, who evolves into Wigglytuff. Igglytuff, I made up.
Okay.
It's weird as well because Google Docs has put a red line under Igglytuff, which is the one I made up, so it's like it knows.
Yeah.
Okay. Bonus round.
Yeah.
You will have to get all of these right to still win.
Okay.
There's 4 questions. So round 1. Spinder, Spunder, or Spander?
Spinder, Spunder, or Spander?
Yeah. There's one real one.
Okay.
You're looking for the real one.
What does Spindle look like?
It's a little teddy bear with swirly eyes.
And they spin, so it's called Spinder.
No, it spins.
Okay, well,
It's got like spots on it.
What's the other one?
Well, the thing is, they're all the same one. You have to guess which name's the same, which name's the right name.
Oh, which name's the right name?
Yeah, so they're all the same Pokemon. But what is it called? It's the same for all 4 of these questions.
What was it? Spinder...
Spunder or Spander?
Spinder?
Yes, that's the real one.
What
2
might-
points.
2 points?
You've got 2 points.
Are you sure?
Yeah, you got Dancrow and Spinder. Did you get another one?
I'm sure I got another one.
Let's see. Oh yeah, you got Salata, didn't you?
So that's 3.
Oh, you got 3 points. Oh no, you got Perilous as well.
I got Perilous as well, so that's 4.
Mate,
One more.
one more. I'm sorry. I'm sorry for my lack of faith.
It's
For
okay.
assuming you.
I didn't believe it either. I thought it was just like maybe 3.
Okay, you're gonna like this one.
Okay.
Is it A, Moongus,
Right.
B, Amoongus, or C, Humungus?
Oh, it's definitely C. What does it look like?
It's a big mushroom, and the top of its, I don't know, its bell end is got a Pokeball pattern.
How many questions can I ask about?
As many as you think you need. I'll give you 3 per.
Okay. What's its damage type?
Poison.
Poison.
Well, it's a mushroom, so.
What's its real name?
I nearly told you then.
It's not fucking humongous.
Are you sure?
Yes.
Are you sure? You sure?
Don't try and fucking psych me out. Is it the Among Us one?
Yes.
5?
5 points.
Yes.
Do you want the other 2 just for fun?
Yeah, let's do it.
Okay. Question 3. Sudda woulda, coulda woulda, or mudda woulda?
Does it evolve into coulda, woulda, shoulda?
See, that's what I was going for, but then I ruined it with mudda woulda. I could have done woulda woulda.
Is coulda, woulda the real one?
No.
Oh.
I actually just gave you one then as well. Because I told you... Well, it doesn't matter. You've won anyway. So it's Sudda Woulda is a real
Sudda
one.
woulda.
It's a tree.
Yeah, I was when you said it, I was thinking maybe that's like I've heard that before.
Yeah.
Okay.
You're going to love the next one.
Okay. This is gonna be ridiculous, isn't it?
I'm kind of giving this one to you, so
Okay.
if you don't get it right... Licky licky, sucky sucky, or fucky fucky.
No way! Shut up. Licky licky sucky sucky or fucky fucky. Is there no $5?
What?
Is there no $5? Alright, so what does it look like?
It's pink. It's really doofy looking. It looks like it's... You know, like if you
I know what you're describing.
You know the term polish a turd?
Yeah.
It looks like a pink polished turd with a little swirl on its head. It's bright pink, bit of yellow.
Is its tongue sticking out by any chance? Is it licky licky or whatever?
It's licky
licky. Alright.
The one you were thinking of is licky tongue,
Licky
which
tongue.
evolves into licky licky.
Okay.
So you got 6 right?
I got 6. I'm proud.
I think I set the bar too low.
I don't think you did. That was terrible, mate. I'm sweating bullets.
That was hilarious. I loved that.
We have to do that again.
We definitely have to do it again.
I've got 6.
I want to do it again, but it took me ages to put this quiz together.
When I said that you should come up with some fake ones, right? I was thinking you were just going to go on that website where you can just mash them together.
I did think of doing that, but I don't know. Yeah, I think that was good. Weeping Bell. I can't believe how you lost your shit, Weeping Bell.
Weeping Bell. Wow. I really enjoyed that. I can't believe I fucking got 6 though.
I think we should do more stuff like that. That was absolutely hilarious.
Yeah. I was thinking like for some of our 0.5 episodes, they could just be
Little games.
Yeah.
Yeah. Or actually, what I'll do is I'll upload the games separate as a 0.5. So you get the episode and then the 0.5 of the game.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
Also, like 3.5.5.
No, this will still... What?
I don't know what you're saying.
So when we upload this episode,
Yeah.
it'll be episode 5.
Episode 5.
Yeah, episode 5. And then we'll do episode 5.5, which will just be the clip of the game.
Okay. Yeah.
So that you can come back and listen to it without...
Without going through... Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, without scrubbing through.
So... Do we have a design challenge for this episode?
We do. So I was thinking, you could go and unleash your inner DeviantArt and create your own Pokemon, which would be great, I'm sure. But what I think would be more fun is if you take some of the ones that I made up in this episode and try and draw what you think they would look like. I think a particularly hilarious one would be Fucky Fucky. So that's the visual challenge. For the audio challenge, I was thinking it would be really cool if you could create your own Pokemon cry.
Yeah.
So you know what that is, right?
Yeah.
When a Pokemon spawns in, it'll make a weird sound, and
yeah. So
you could create your own one of those, but if you up to the challenge, I really, really love remixed Pokemon soundtracks. My favourite one is Red's theme. I can't remember what it was called. It's from the end of Heart Gold and Soul Silver, when you fight Pokemon Trainer Red, who is basically Ash. The soundtrack behind that is awesome. It's like one of my favorite video game soundtracks. So if you could remix that and send us it on Twitter, I would give you a blowjob, probably. Girlfriend permitting. Yeah, I'll put it in writing.
Good.
Got a whiteboard there. I can write it on that.
There's not already on that whiteboard.
So, yeah, if you do those, send us them at UT2cast on Twitter. Or if you don't do those, but you were working on something while you listen to this podcast, I would love it if you... Well, we would love it if you could send us whatever you were working on.
Definitely.
Because that's kind of why we're doing this. And we want to see what you've managed to accomplish while keeping your brain occupied with our podcast. So we hope you've enjoyed this one, because I think this might be one of my favourite ones already.
Yeah.
That was hilarious. Yeah.
Thank you for listening.
Yeah, thanks for listening.
Catch you in the next episode.
Appreciate that.
I talked over you, I apologise.
You did.
I was talking first, though.
See you in the next episode.